Feral Audio.
Welcome to another episode of The Adventures of Danny and Mike, wherein the fellas discuss kidney pinches, Numb Sanchez, and the hated cousin Oliver, with special guest Nick Cageao of Mutoid Man. Now play the music, Danny.
No, the Devon Rex is another good one because they have hair and they're also hypoallergenic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Devon what?
It's called a Devon Rex. It actually looks like a Sphinx cat, but with curly hair. So it's like a mix between like a little sheep and a hairless cat.
Interesting.
They're like
That sounds like somebody who's in your band. Devon Rex.
Oh, yeah.
What would he play? Probably like drums?
No,
Synth drums?
Rex is a bass
Rex,
player.
yeah, well, that's just
bass
because of
all day.
Rex from Pantera just makes that a thing. Rex from Pantera, and wasn't Steve Buscemi's character in,
Yep.
his name was Rex as well. Airheads?
I was going to say Lone Rangers, but that was the
How can you
band.
pluralize lone?
That was my fan movie, Lone Rangers,
That was your fan movie?
that I made of Airheads. No, I didn't.
Oh, like your fan fiction version
Shot
of it?
for shot remake of
Boy.
Airheads.
But set to the movie of
It.
some... Oh,
Oh, wow.
okay.
We all jam down here.
Oh my god.
On that note, welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli. I thought I was...
Thank you. Are you looking at
I
him?
was going to...
But you're speaking about me.
Yeah, I know. And to his right, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
Hi.
And I'm going to screw this up. And our guest for the entire hour, Mr. Nick Cageao.
Nope.
Close. It's a little bit of a harder G.
Cageao.
Cageao.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's all good.
How's it going, man? Welcome.
Good.
Welcome to
Thank
the pod.
you for having me. This place is fantastic.
Oh, thanks, man.
So-
I added pillows. I don't know. Well, you would know, but the guys would know. There's two
Great
more.
lumbar support.
Yep. Feel free to utilize those.
Nick is
We aim to please.
Nick is sipping on some melon seltzer. I have some Georgia peach, and I'm not sure what Dan's drinking. It looks
Just
like
having some
blood.
tea.
It looks like this morning's first urine.
He's on his blood.
Oh,
Might need to see a doctor for
well,
that one.
I did get into a fight. I got punched in the kidneys a few times. Just a little blood in your kidneys. It's not a
Some
big deal.
stones.
Do you know anyone who's been punched in the kidneys? And, well, obviously we all know someone who's been punched in the kidneys. Jeremy.
I don't think I've ever been. Let's
Come
keep
here.
it that way.
Come here. But has, experienced some ill effects afterwards?
No, nope. I've never had had
punched-
pee-pee. I've never had pee-pee blood.
I smell an adventure.
I've been punched in the kidneys really hard, but never. Yeah, thankfully it was never like red pee.
Good.
How are you aware that it was the kidneys? Just by where it was?
Oh no,
Where
yeah,
it was
okay.
a
So
punch, or-
it was actually like I was like 10 years old, and my sister's boyfriend at the time. I was getting into their car. Or his car, because he was giving me like a ride home, and he was an asshole, and he just went like boom, and it made me want to cry. Like it fucking hurt. It was like,
But he had his physiology textbook right there. That's
what hurts? Yeah,
You feel
you just
that?
flip through it. Oh, that must be my kidney.
You feel that?
it was in the back, lower back, and it did not feel good. Like it wasn't like a normal. I have like 3 older brothers, so I got punched a lot as a kid.
Wow.
So-
There's 2 older brothers right here.
Yeah.
Revenge
we're not-
time.
no, yeah, oh,
Revenge
no,
time.
no.
Lock the doors, Jeremy.
Look, I'm the oldest with 2 little sisters. I never got.
You're
I
gonna
never
pee
got
blood
punched.
by daybreak.
Yeah, man, I come from big family.
Long line of punching.
I've got 3 older brothers and 2 older sisters.
Wow.
I'm the youngest of 6.
Wow.
Same parents. I think they were married for like 38 years before they called it quits.
It's a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good
38
one.
years.
But yeah, needless to say, I got the shit beaten out of me all the time by my older brothers and older sisters.
That marriage is older than Dan.
It's true.
But hopefully you'll last longer, Dan. I hope you live longer than that
It's
marriage.
just got dark.
Just giving me 3 years, man.
Well, no, I mean,
That's damn it.
you've been cleansing.
I got a lot to do in 3 years.
You've been cleansing all the time. You have any cleanse updates?
No, I'm not cleansing all the time. The cleanse is over, man.
You got to cleanse sometimes.
It's nice. Detox is nice sometimes.
I
8
cleanse-
days. I did it for 13 days. I went a little afterwards just because I could.
I cleansed on the way home from the J train last night.
Intentionally or unintentionally?
Not willingly,
Oh,
but I
God.
started to like taste. You know when you like
Yep.
when your mouth just generates too much saliva.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and it's time. It's like, whoop. It's
like
time.
you had an imaginary
that's
Sour
when you
Patch
spit.
Kid.
That's how you get rid of
What
it.
is this in here? Why is this in here?
You don't swallow it.
Yeah, but
If you just keep
I've
keep
spit it
filling
out.
up, you just keep letting it out.
Oh,
and
I was
You
lubricating.
have a better
I
chance
was
of
lubricating
not
the streets of
letting it out.
Williamsburg, but I found like a traffic triangle or some sort of park.
I was going to say, this is coming from Tamborelli. He
Yeah.
used to puke behind the
Ace
bumper of
of-
a 86
Was it Ace of Pukes?
Buick sedan.
Or maybe
Nice.
Dan's the vomit
We ran
king.
into each other one day at McCarran,
a
and
rockin' show.
I was in rare form from the night before.
Nice.
I was dehydrated from just playing soccer,
Nice.
but only one of us puked behind a car that day.
It was me. It was me, and they were like, "Hey, Mike, I haven't seen you in a few years."
No, there was also like a slow motion Carradine taking off of sunglasses in there too. It was like
Oh yeah.
chung, 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 chung.
I thought you were going.
You
with
don't want to puke with your sunglasses on because you have the potential for them to fall off
yeah, the
into.
backsplash.
Oh yeah.
You don't. So you gotta be quick about that.
That
You gotta pull
that's
off the sunglasses.
Micro abrasions on the lenses waiting to happen, depending on what you ate the night before.
I think those are ones.
How
you
hard
just,
is your bile?
You just
Pretty
walk,
hard, man.
Pretty hard.
That's a pair of sunglasses you just walk away from. I have to be honest. If
Yeah.
they fall into the puke that you're puking,
I mean, it is your puke.
no,
It's not like it's somebody else's puke.
Well, yes, that's true, but can you ever really get puke off of sunglasses? Jeremy, first fact check.
Of course you can. What is it? What
yeah,
kind
but I
of
mean that is something that does leave a lingering smell, no matter how many times you wash something.
Yeah, true.
I guess
That's
if you're
true.
drinking like Pepsi and pennies, that maybe it'll like eat it. Maybe there's some chemical property that will just completely.
Don't you just like shit zinc ingots at that point if you
Oh,
drink
maybe, I don't
Pepsi
know.
and pennies?
I don't know how the
Just
human body
wipe
works.
it with toothpaste.
Ooh.
And it all goes away. So anything gets tarnished, you just wipe it with toothpaste. So I feel like you'd use the same thing where
Just put
for puke.
Put it in water with DD7.
DD7.
The delay pedal by Boss.
That's what I know it as.
Yeah,
Speaking of that, you're in a very wonderful band called Mutoid Man. Am I correct or am I incorrect?
that is true.
It's called Mutoid Man.
Mutoid.
We're here with
Yeah.
Nick Cageao.
Danny reps you guys quite well.
Hood. I do.
I've seen him in the shirts
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Fuck, I should have brought a bunch of new ones. We've got Contra
Yeah, the
ones.
Contra ones are. There's a Contra
wow.
Mutoid.
Castlevania one's pretty good.
Oh my
Dope.
god.
Actually,
His eyes just lit up. He's Castlevania, huh?
a friend of ours, Bob Melvin, actually does all of these for us.
The Bob Melton?
He sent this morning.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Dope,
yes.
He just like copies.
Nick is holding up a photo of.
For
We'll put it
listener,
on the
Ride the Lightning,
website.
yeah.
for the listener, prepare to have
He
your
just
mind.
he comes up
fucking
with
blown.
the dumbest, not dumbest, like the funniest like spin-offs, like
Yeah, it's great.
the Hasselhoff one the other day.
Oh man, yeah. That was that was great. And it almost looks like he's got your Aria bass.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's like two-tone. All right.
Well, that's what I think it is. It's the Aria, the guitar version of the Aria bass that was actually on the
Actually
cover.
on the cover for real.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That wasn't just Photoshop.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
So I feel safe saying that we're in a black T-shirt bunch today.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm also.
Well,
wearing
what's
a
under
black,
that switch?
I'm also wearing a black T-shirt.
Okay.
I'm just checking here.
Dan
Make
and
sure.
I,
For the
check it.
listener,
okay, it is.
Danny's
It
hand
is.
is down Mike's shirt.
Well,
Checking.
it's out now.
Just checking.
It's out now, and I've got no chest hairs or anything.
trapped under
You
his
will pee
fingers.
blood now.
Did you leave some Cheeto dust down there for good luck?
He saves it for later. That's like the best kind of scratch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Titty dust.
We're all wearing black T-shirts today, despite the wonderful, wonderful weather that's been happening. in
It's a little
May.
chilly out today. It's kind of nice.
What are you crying about?
I'm not. I'm just making an observation.
Your neighbor.
I like lamp.
Your neighbor looks like a real douche
I don't know who that you're talking about.
who adjoins your basement.
The old woman?
Did you go by another apartment at first?
I think so.
And there's an old woman there.
Well, there was someone on the steps, like up. You know how like you go out and then
Yeah.
go up the
Yeah.
steps, and it's like the
Stoop people, we call them.
maybe
Yeah.
it was just a
Stoop
stoop
people. They're
person.
only here from what is it, May through
Oh, yeah,
November, right?
yeah.
They go away after that.
They go under the stoop
They only come out for
People
sale.
Under the Stoops.
They only come out for sales.
That's a good shirt.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You've seen that movie, People Under the Stairs,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Terrifying.
With the hands, wasn't it? Weren't they? Oh no, they were caged in the basement.
Wes
right?
Craven.
Yeah, and they were all like
Right?
in bond. There was the dad that was in bondage with the shotgun.
So who was really in charge? The dad or the
I always
shotgun?
wish that was my dad.
The shotgun was in charge.
I think the dad was so like I said, being the youngest of 6, I was exposed to a lot of movies when I was like 6, 7 years old that I shouldn't have
that your
watched.
grown-up
Right.
siblings were watching.
Yeah, like the first movie I ever remember seeing was Pink Flamingo, and I was like 7 years old, and that's like not good.
Really molded you into the man you are today, huh?
My oldest brother actually gave my dad a box of dog shit for Christmas the year after that happened.
Wow.
And it didn't go over well.
No.
Yeah, it didn't go over well.
No.
Yeah.
Did you guys have dogs?
Oh, yeah. No, he
Good.
randomly
just
just
random dog. That,
found some poop.
Jeremy, what's your position in the family? You're the oldest, youngest?
Middle. Yeah, we're middle.
Middle, eh? You might as well ally with
I think I'm closer.
Nick
yeah.
for this
Yeah.
for the purposes of this battle royale.
I couldn't imagine. My younger brother. Were you the one that sort of? Were you at the end of the sort of parental grasp, where it was like, oh, we'll kind of let him do his thing? I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
obviously watched.
Yeah, I mean, there was...
Pink flamingos, yeah.
My mom tried really hard.
This is a therapy session, by the way.
My mom tried really hard to, like, be responsible, but my dad was kind of a piece of shit.
This is a song. Go ahead.
But yeah, mostly like The Simpsons, and then like my brothers and sisters were there to make sure I didn't set something on fire, or I set a lot of things on fire.
I was going to say, let's be real. How much did you set on fire?
A lot.
They tried.
You know, I once set a yard on fire. Well, I tried to. Me and my buddy was walking down the alley. I had a lighter, and I was like, "Oh, watch this! This is gonna be awesome." And in the backyard of this alley house was a piece of paper, and I lit it. And then the owners saw us, and we jet. And I didn't realize that it was probably 30 feet from a huge gas. It was a gas station on the corner. So I could throw a rock and hit the gas station and the huge container of fuel. And I'd lit the bag by. Yeah, it wasn't very. And then the cops showed up. We hid up in the top of the house, and we didn't answer the door. And then we got a stern talking to.
The cops showed up,
Oh yeah.
and they found you because you didn't live.
No,
that
no, they
far.
didn't find us.
But you were like the kid
I mean, this
who
is
lives
1,200
near.
people in this little town.
No, you were the kid who lives near the gas station, so obviously they recognized
Yes,
you.
exactly. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't. The mystery was solved very quickly. Yes,
I lived
Yes.
I lived across the street from a service station when I was a kid, and it was great to look up from the porch. It had joined a public school, and to see sort of these. It looked like the hedge mazes from The Shining. These just like mazes of garages behind the behind the place. It was so neat to look at from
cool.
up above.
Was it a full service?
I would assume so. I never went there for anything.
He never got any work done there?
Yeah, I was a child.
The funny thing is that I worked at the same gas station. So years later.
Oh, I don't think this one was in Brooklyn. So
No, I know. But I'm saying years later,
you saw a young kid lighting a bag on fire, and you're like, "Die, you little whippersnapper!" I made the same. I used to say that stuff
This
to
is
cops
my
when I
town.
was a kid.
Trying to steal my thunder.
Yeah.
Oink, oink.
Oink, bake bacon.
But yeah.
My best friend and I growing up did something similar. We stole like my dad's gas can from the lawnmower.
Oh, no.
And set the woods behind our school on fire.
Not in a random pattern to be seen overhead, like purposeful. Just set it
No,
on fire.
we were just I don't know, we were just like kids who didn't have supervision, so we were just like, oh, let's see what this does. And we didn't mean to we didn't pour gas all over everything. We were just like setting fires in dry woods, and then all of a sudden it got out of hand, so we ran away.
God. Are there any newspaper articles about this?
Maybe. This is in upstate New York.
With respect.
For the listener, if you can find that
Guys,
news article
yeah.
and tweet it at us,
Please.
we'll win a
Please comb.
Stanford, New York. I guess this must have been about like 1996 or 7.
Please comb the microfiche
Yeah,
for the
somebody's gonna
Hudson
have to
County
make a-
Recorder.
97. Hopefully, there's a 20-year statute of limitations and not 25.
I just admitted it.
I don't have any cool stories like that. I wish I did. but
I just ordered 2 gas cans online and took delivery of them.
no.
It's true.
We used to take room. I used to live behind behind our house were woods, and behind the woods was like a major highway.
When he wasn't allowed to live in the house, he usused to live behind the
I
house.
used to live behind the house, yeah, outside. And my uncle used to get us like legit fireworks from Chinatown because of where he worked. And I used to get a bunch of them, and we'd shoot Roman candles over the highway.
Sometimes you'd hit a
It's just
car.
like, I mean, we tried to make sure it was going up, but like, think about that now. As someone, I was maybe like 11 or 12 years old doing this,
What
thinking
did
about
you know
someone
of
driving down the
geometry?
street being like, what the fuck?
I see some good son shit happening here.
I know. That's exactly what it made me think of. The good son.
You're a bad role model. This is what happened. This is New Jersey authorities went back and traced the pollution of Lake Snug to a bunch of fireworks, illegal fireworks and homemade bongs.
Yeah, I was gonna say Noosty bongs as well.
Noosty bongs.
My first homemade bong was made out of a Dare water bottle.
Wow.
It was kind of like
Yes, that's a good FU to the man right there.
Irony, are you listening? I cast my eyes to the sky. Irony, do you not hear this man?
And we were too young to get weed. My friend, like my two friends and I.
So we smoked sage.
No, it was like oregano and my allergy medicine.
Oh, what? Wait, why the allergy medicine?
I don't know.
it
It
was
was
green.
stupid. No, it was like a capsule, and we're just like, let's see what this does.
Wow.
I'm surprised we didn't like die. Or
I'm
something.
really glad you didn't add the gasoline from that gas can.
This is gonna be awesome.
We weren't smart.
But yeah.
Hey, we both live in Brooklyn. We're both here now.
Hey, yeah, still alive and doing fairly well. We're not homeless.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are doing just great.
I think this happens quite a bit where it's like, and then we realize we're in a basement apartment. That part didn't come up, but
Wearing black t-shirts.
that's right. Yeah.
I wouldn't rather be anywhere else, honestly.
I had a weird fascination towards smoking things when I was a kid. I think my dad smoked, and then I actually did a draw. I just found this drawing. It's over here somewhere. Of a pack of cool cigarettes, which were his brand of choice.
Nice.
I don't know why I felt compelled to draw it for art class, but I did. But I used
Got a
to.
letter home. Your kid is drawing
He
pictures
shows-
of cigarettes. Is there something we need to know?
He shows incredible
There's something going on at home.
Smoke up, Johnny.
He really, he accurately portrays the flavor so well at such a young age.
He's blaming it on the no, but anyway, I used to get my dad had like rolling or like dip or tobacco, the red pouch, whatever that is. I guess you put it in your mouth. Anyway, I can't remember how it works, but I used to grab little bits of that and then get a leaf and roll it up in a leaf and then smoke that. Ooh. I had just some weird fascination. Yeah, I don't know what it was. And then I go to my buddy Trevor's house, and he had a big grain silo, and we just sit in there and get a straw and just smoke the straw.
Oh yeah, because it's hollow.
Yeah, because it's hollow, and it would burn, and you would
And it's
actually
like a
blow out
tube.
smoke like you were smoking a cigarette. Yeah,
And you never set any fire, a freaking silo?
didn't pee blood either.
Do you know how combustible?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Do you seriously know how combustible
Oh,
those are?
yeah.
Silos?
Silos
we
of
have-
fire, not a good.
Yeah, I mean, you could, do you want to die?
Just a lot of air,
Yeah.
man.
Do you want to die in
Combustion
a
is
grain
high in
elevator
the silo.
accident?
Oxygen and
Well, I didn't.
dry grains.
We survived it. Listen, it's in the same realm as
What?
lighting things on fire and gas.
yeah.
What?
cans and-
Smoking Zyrtec? That was a kid.
It was Allegra, actually.
It was Allegra.
Wow.
I remember.
brands we hate,
I mean,
which means happy.
how
by
come
the
you
way.
guys
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
just
What-
grab cigarette butts that were on the street and
Oh, yeah.
smoke them?
Well,
What are
that's-
they? What are they?
That's what I
hobos?
used to do.
Yeah, that was like the first introduction.
That was just like I would just pick up and be like, "Oh, there's some in here."
And then you think
See, I
about
didn't
it.
never do that.
Years later.
Jeremy-
and how
edit-
disgusting that is.
Jeremy
I
edit
still
all
have
of
both
this
of my
out.
lips.
Yeah. Well, so that's where I got herpes.
Right.
Fucking when I was 7 years old.
Please edit all of this out. I'm throwing up inside my kangaroo pouch.
Why does that upset you?
Smoking old cigarettes?
No, thinking about picking up cigarette butts off the street.
I did see
yeah.
somebody actually.
Well, when you're 12 years old and you think it's a cool thing to do,
What
you
the
do it.
frick is wrong with you? You are destroying childhood heroes left and right. Are you kidding? Little Pete walking down the street picking up cigarette
Okay.
butts? Is anybody going to believe this?
No, but I believe that I used to steal cigarettes from Steve Candell and from other people
Oh.
on the set. So
Oh,
I
sure,
would have
drag.
freshies. I would have freshies to bring to my friends.
Oh, sure. Drag Other names through the
Or
mud.
stealing your friend's mom's Virginia Slims.
Oh yeah.
That was always cool.
Yeah, I would. That's what I didn't have to pick up butts because my dad had cools.
Yeah.
Cool cigarettes.
And then if they smoked enough of them, they would never really realize that they were missing.
oh yeah,
Right. Well, if there's
Which
a
was
car,
the
if there's a
case.
carton in the house, you can always take a pack. They're never going to realize if they took.
Where did it go?
I would just I would steal my dad's cigarettes and then fill the cartons back up with water, and he would not notice. He wouldn't notice.
Like,
He would put a little line on there
Yeah,
just to make sure.
I rubbed the line off with rubbing alcohol. It comes off the marker, and you just
I wish we'd have known each other. I could have lent you the cool drawing I made of the pack of smokes.
just put the
I'm not
drawing
saying it's
back in
cool.
there?
I'm saying
Yeah,
the
he
brand
just
was
went back
cool.
to the drawing. He really likes this drawing.
I'm gonna bust it out.
You have it?
Yeah, it's in. I'll
Cool.
for the listener.
he'll put it on the
I'll post
website.
It, yeah.
put it on the vision board, Jeremy. I'd like to note that we have a new vision board.
We do have
here
a vision board,
in
yeah.
the
Well-
studio of love.
There's nothing on it.
There's nothing on it. And
Well,
And
Our
it needs to
vision
be
is-
hung up.
yeah, it's a work in progress.
It's
this
kind of like the
place.
Trump administration.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, one side will inevitably fall down, but we'll still use it. I think that's
all gonna
that's the
fall
analogy, I
soon.
think. Yeah.
It's all gonna fall, man, so soon. Talking about the whiteboard, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll fall down and tell you why.
Wow, that's a
Beautiful.
that's a Mike Maruna song break brought to you by Claritin.
No, Allegra.
Allegra.
God. You can't remember people's last names. You can't remember drug names. If advertisers listening, you will not get through to him.
Sure.
Antihistamines.
Take heed.
He doesn't call them Band-Aids. He calls them bandages.
Bandages. Band of jizz.
They're opening for Band of Horses.
Yeah, that was the first run through of the Band of Horses name, right?
First iteration.
Yeah, didn't stick. See what I
Rim
did there?
shot.
That's what
We'll
we
put
need.
one of those in. We'll put one of those in.
Gross.
Feels just right. Nick, so Mutoid Man is doing a solid amount of shows right now.
Yeah, man, we're touring a lot. We just finished a record with fucking. All right, this was really cool. Marty Friedman from Megadeth is on it.
Yeah, man.
Chelsea Wolfe is on it.
What?
Which is cool. Yeah, we're
Is that a band?
Yeah, she's like she does like this.
She's also on that label,
Yeah,
right?
she's on the same label.
yeah.
She does some really interesting kind of like haunting stuff with like synth. I don't know what dark goth wave. I could put like 10 other genres.
Also played together with you on this album.
We just had some parts where we were like, hey, I think maybe her like vocals would sound really good here to like fill out space. And this other dude, Ben Chisholm, who's in her band, is like a Moog wizard. Moog synth.
You know, I've always said Moog my whole life, and then
Yeah.
I was corrected when that movie came out.
Yeah.
Wait, is that true? It's not Moog?
Moog. Bob, his name was Bob Moog.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it sounds much cooler to say Mooger Fooger than it does
Yeah,
Mooger
Mooger
Fooger.
You had to, yeah.
I just say Moog.
Moog.
Just say Moog. It couldn't be pronounced like
Just say
mistake
Moog.
it for anything else.
Yeah.
Moog.
Okay.
I still like Moog.
Well, I'm really sorry, Michael. That it was a troubling time for me.
Yeah, picking up cigarette butts off the street.
Oh, come on. I guarantee people listening to this podcast have done that.
No, yeah.
I guarantee.
2 days ago, I
People
saw.
in here.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. I'm not trying to get to 100% of the audience. I know we're not all going to be the same.
No, I'm saying
what
you
makes us
definitely
beautiful.
Yeah, you're emotionally connecting with some of us, and you're repulsing other of us.
Well, sorry. You feel bad for my my first kiss then, I guess. She's the one that had to take the brunt of it. Sorry, Erica Sainez.
Wait,
I'll
you
call her
picked-
out.
That's a busy day for you. Yeah.
You picked her up off the street and kissed her?
A little floor spice from Danny.
So it starts as, oh, hey, how you doing? Give me a second. Find a cigarette. I mean, this all happened within the scope of.
No, I'm just I'm making a joke.
I know,
That
but I
was
would like to
probably
think-
sad smoke. Yes, sure. I wouldn't have done that. I think even at 12, I was smart enough to know that I shouldn't
That you need-
smoke some cigarettes and then go kiss the girl I wanted to smooch. You know,
Yeah.
Here you are. 20
here
years,
I am now.
20 years later.
Rock you like a hurricane.
20. Any time is a good time for the Scorpions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So new album,
Oh, yeah.
tour. You guys gonna...
Tour starting in June.
Nice.
We're doing a date at Terminal 5 first, May 22nd with Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah, that's
which I
awesome.
didn't know they were still around, but Steve, my guitarist, collaborates.
He lives
with,
around here. Claudio lives in Park Slope.
Yeah, Steve and he work for BMG, so they're like staff songwriters. So like when Nickelback can't finish an album, those two dudes are like, all right, we have to write a fucking shitty Nickelback song now.
Wow.
And like,
and make lots of money doing it.
yeah, and like they do. That was just an example because I know Nickelback works with them a lot, and they're struggling with. I don't know if I should talk about that. But,
Yeah, edit this part out too.
but
I don't know.
just edit
Nickelback
the whole
talk.
thing.
That's good. It's a whole new demo for us.
Yeah, and then it's June 4th through basically the end of July, starting in Boston, then 2 dates in New York at St. Vitus, and then just the whole.
Yeah.
So you're going to Boston, you're coming home, and then you're going on tour.
Yeah, basically. The other two dudes are from Massachusetts. Ben and Steve both grew up there, so it's like they go home.
Then they start the tour.
Then
You
come home.
have one stop in Boston, then you start the tour.
Yeah, but it's great because there's 2 nights at St. Vitus, so I get to sleep in my bed twice.
Yeah?
right at the
Nice.
beginning of
Yeah.
right at the beginning of tour.
I just had this experience with my buddy where we went to Acapulco and it was crushed with St. Vitus people.
Oh, just like a bunch of metal scumbags.
But just freaks.
Yeah.
It was not like your usual metal show.
Oh man, what was it?
I don't know, but just people looked like a couple people looked dressed up, like
Wait, was that when we were there?
costume rock.
Oh, was that dude
So,
in like the red
2
leather
Sundays
spiked
ago-
suit there?
Right, it was
2 Sundays ago, coming home from Jersey.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
and we
'cause
went
I
over
think
there.
That was it was some weird. Some weird band. It was like a. They all had the T-shirts, and I can't remember who it was, but they were dressed up. It
Hey,
was very
somebody could have had a cape
interesting.
on.
Oh,
Anywho,
Avatar?
Somebody could have had a cape on.
it was an Avatar.
Because Avatar is like that Swedish band that's sort of like a.
It was definitely European something.
Oh,
for
good call.
sure.
Good call. And I never went to St. Vitus. I strictly figured it out from looking at the people eating at
that's where they were
Acapulco.
from, yeah.
That's what they were going
Yeah.
for. But those were some good tacos, weren't they?
I mean, yeah, I like the tacos. I don't want to talk about this tacos again because it was the last bit of real food I ate for 2 weeks.
Oh man.
Went out with a bang, dude. 4 tacos. I forgot how big their tacos are.
Yeah, they're
I
not
just
like
got-
they're not like the little.
No. And I was like, well, I ordered them. Might as well eat them. Gotta do them.
I tried to throw my hat into the ring for the fourth.
Yeah, I said
the
he
last
could have it, and he
chorizo.
said no.
Oh, the chorizo one's a tough one too because it's so greasy.
I love it. I love it.
It's delicious, but you have 2 and then you're just like, all right.
Yeah, I feel
Your
funny.
pancreas starts acting up. It's like,
Did you? Man, you're so good with organs.
Yeah, my old. Well, I was punched in each one of them by one of my older siblings. My
duodenum.
Yeah, my sisters were very sophisticated and chose to work the endocrine glands, but my brothers were much more brute force. One took cardio, one took pulmonary, one took.
My sisters were just as brutal, man. I remember I found my sister Kate's bong.
What was it made out of?
No, it was like a legit. She had like a nice bong. Like, it was a good bong. And
Corning, good glass from upstate.
She's beating the shit out of me because she's like, "Don't you dare tell mom and dad." My other sister Caroline comes home
and hits you with the bong.
No, and she's like, "What are you doing, Kate? Leave him alone." And then Kate's like, "Oh, he found the bong," and then they both start beating the shit out of me. I'm just
You're not gonna tell anyone.
Yeah, I'm like, I won't say anything.
But you learned early on not to snitch.
Don't snitch.
Yeah.
Boom. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I would have told anyway, but
Yeah, but that's leverage.
they
right
just
there.
wanted to like reinforce it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It's tough.
Seriously.
It's tough. You know what I mean? Because if you're not willing to kill somebody who knows something, if you're not willing to kill somebody who knows something, how do you express to them that you don't want them to say anything?
Wow.
You administer beatings.
That is a real head scratcher.
No, I'm saying like you administer beatings. It's not like the Brady Bunch anymore, where it was like you have to do what I say because I'm gonna tell mom. No, you're not. Bam.
Yeah.
Brady Bunch ended
reinforcement.
15 minutes early that day.
Who was that annoying cousin that came on that show? Cousin
Mortensen?
Cousin Mortensen. No, didn't they have like, I guess it kind of got stale like 5 seasons in and they brought like cousin blah 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 and he lived with like cousin Bobby or something and he came and lived
in
with
the
them.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Bobby Brady.
Man, I don't remember that.
Yeah. They hated him,
Let's
too.
go ahead and do that first
Roy-
fact
Roy?
check of
That's
the.
that could be a good fact check.
Yeah, see,
Roy, the extra Simpsons
see-
kid.
See, Roy, but
Put a sock in it, Roy.
the weird Bart that was living in the attic.
Oh.
Remember, like, mutated Bart, and he would feed him? You don't remember that? That might have been like a Treehouse of Horror episode. Like,
Hugo.
Hugo, there you go.
Hugo was and always has been the good twin, which would make Bart
The bad twin.
Oh, I'm not as good as you at The Simpsons.
At Dr. Hibbert.
But you're better than me at guitar, so I'm handing it over.
I'm playing guitar right now. I want some meaty rock and roll story.
Yeah,
I want a meaty rock and roll tour story.
Tour rock story.
Tour story. I've got a really good story as of like recently.
Yeah.
So I'm a front of house engineer as well.
FOH for the listener.
FOH. I got called to do her rehearsals before this most recent tour. And she's super cool. Her band is also super cool. Like everybody who's there, super friendly. It wasn't like any kind of like rock star weird shit.
Is Fred Smith still playing bass?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And so we're
Is he Dan's brother?
Dan Smith will teach you guitar.
No, that's his son.
I am so glad.
That's
I'm so glad that Dad stuck to bass,
Do you know that I went around New York City
defacing the
I
flyers.
crossed out his name and just wrote Fred Savage on all of them because he looks like Fred Savage.
So you're FOHing.
So we're like take a lunch break from this rehearsal and we start talking about like the Higgs boson and like getting into like weird space talk, and she goes, "Man, I could really go for some acid. This conversation would be great if I had some acid." And and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, haha, she's 71 years old, mind you.
Sure.
And so she keeps asking about it, and I'm like, if you really want acid, I can probably get you acid. And she's like, yeah, dead serious. So I hit up a friend who I know has this stuff. And a couple hours later, he shows up to the studio. He shows up, and she procured LSD from my friend.
This is in a weird way connected because Dan and I have met. We worked with her on the show.
She was on Pete and Pete.
She was on Pete and Pete.
And she also hit me up for LSD on that time.
Dan.
Yeah, dude, when I was like 12, she was like, dude,
No.
I could really go for some acid right now. We're having this awesome
really
conversation
No, Dan
about
hit
Fred
me
Schneider.
up. Dan hit me
the
up for
B-52s,
acid.
I remember.
Dude, actually, one of the reasons I started my first band was because of that episode where you lost the song.
Yeah.
It was like it was named after like a Beatles reference or something.
Yeah, it was Hard Days Pete.
Yeah. So that was, I had already been playing bass for a minute at that point. I was like, I don't know, probably like 10 years old or something.
The beatings from older siblings had clearly done their work.
And it made me want to start a band with my friends.
Man.
So like started my first band because of that episode.
And I did the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
and
fucking
I like
awesome.
just started playing bass like that season.
Wow.
How come Nick's hair is so much longer than yours?
Because Nick keeps it long. Mine
all
gets long, and then
splitty-endy.
I cut it off, and it's short, and then it gets long.
I gotta get rid
Actually,
of
I'm sorry. The reason is Michael C. Morona makes fun of me if I have long hair. He doesn't like it anymore. I don't know what his deal is.
life according to what I make fun of?
I mean,
because you would be.
I have to see you at least 4 times a month. So yeah, I mean those 4 days are kind of troubling and
You're a big
hard.
influence.
Ooh, I would say
He's a big influence.
We
yeah.
get to
He's
enjoy.
He's an older brother figure to me.
We get to enjoy
without
each
the punches.
without the
He
kidney
pinches.
punches. Yeah.
He's a pincher instead. He just pinches.
That
people.
one
kidney
goddamn
pinches?
vowel,
Kidney-
man. That
kidney
one
pinches.
vowel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan has these weird like clots of blood that come out every so often. Those are
Ooh.
from my kidney pinches.
Yeah. He goes pinch, pull, release. Pinch, pull, release.
All right, so what was it? Was it
Mike
cousin
Lookinland.
Lickenland?
Lookinland.
Oh.
Spelled just how you think it would be. He is known for his work on the Brady Bunch as Bobby Brady. Nailed
no,
it.
You said Bobby
That's
Brady.
Bobby Brady, but there was a cousin, wasn't there?
Oh, I thought he was him.
No, Bobby was like
come
a
on.
normal Brady.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Bobby was an everyday
Just
Brady.
type
son.
in cousin Brady show, Brady Bunch cousin who comes to visit.
This might be the worst fact check you've ever done.
Do I have to
Jeremy.
do the search for
Probably
you?
because I don't like the Brady Bunch. I guess I don't know.
Me neither. I just
Yeah, but
it
it was
just
something
on all the time.
It was on all the time.
Hated
You were
it.
sick.
Is it Oliver Tyler?
Oliver, cousin Oliver, that little
Cousin
piece of
Ollie.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Was it was the little
Right.
kid?
He looked like the basis for Credence. Like as
Creed?
a kid, if you guys can see the fit photo here.
Yeah,
He's, he's
spin that around.
basically like
spin
a-
that around. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does look like he.
I remember that now. Yeah,
He does look like
Very
he could put down
annoying.
a lot of cocaine.
No, he
and-
looks like
The bass player for Credence was Stu Cook.
no, he looks like one of those
Maybe,
guys that
yeah.
gets hired to kill James Bond.
Oh yeah,
That's a very good point.
James is
Yes.
like you're like you mean like a person who looks like a little person.
No.
That's
There's like
racist.
these two guys who are they're not Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. They're just two dudes who talk to each other and call each other Mister, and they're supposed to kill James Bond. They never do.
Mister.
But they've caught him and they like bring him to whoever Blofeld.
Shit.
Robbie Wrist.
Robbie Wrist.
Yeah,
Great.
he was now a director apparently.
Oh. See what being a child actor will get you on the Brady Bunch?
I'm
You
sorry.
could be a director.
I'm sorry. A hated child actor.
I hated. I fucking hated him.
Hated him.
I still want to beat him up. Not him now because he could probably beat me up, but like little him.
Yeah.
Focus all your rage on his success. You're making him
I know
larger.
a guy who can do some virtual reality stuff for you.
Sweet.
So you can make that fantasy happen.
Yeah.
Can we just turn my band into a hologram?
Well, no, just in about 2 hours, my
You
friend
have
will
to be
here
dead
with
though.
some
That's
acid.
the rules for holograms.
I have no problem with that.
You have to be dead.
I'm cool with that.
You know.
Is it like a postal service stamp? You got
It's
to be
like,
dead 25
here's
years.
the thing: the Tupac hologram started it, and he set the rules, and he said the rules were you have to be dead.
Not true, because Carrie Fisher was a hologram before she was dead.
Ooh, but that was in a movie.
That was before.
That wasn't at Coachella.
Yeah, this is different.
Hardly.
This is different.
Hardly.
Holograms are holograms.
Yeah.
But musician holograms have to be for the dead musicians only.
They did a Dio one too, right? And bunch of people got pissed.
Oh my God! If they did a Ronnie
Well,
James
it
Dio,
It was like at a tribute, and Doro Pesh, I think, was singing like the tribute to him with Dio Disciples, which is like,
people that he played with.
yeah. And then they did like a hologram at like Hellfest or something this year.
They used light emitting diodes to do it.
Dio.
Wow, very good.
Boom.
Lighting department joke. That's rare.
I would
don't
be
get those
okay
ones.
with that. I would be okay with seeing hologram Dio.
Would be okay with it.
I would be okay with that. If I get to see him, just a little holy diver one more time.
I don't know if I'm gonna.
Children of the Grave.
I don't know if I'm going to ruin the world right now, but is there like a Doors tour with a holographic Jim Morrison?
No, they just keep putting people in front of like whoever's left in the Doors.
Ray
Now it's-
Manzarek is-
Now it's just John Densmore and
I thought you were going to say John Denver.
Ray Manzarek is gone.
Ray. Yeah, Ray's gone.
Speaking of John Denver, who would be your least favorite hologram band?
Oliver looks like John Denver.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, absolutely does.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Least. So, what's your worst case scenario for a hologram band member? Deceased. Has to be deceased.
Ooh.
I mean, I went to Mama Cass.
Want to see?
I went to Mama Cass instantly.
Ouch. Mamas and the Papas were good though.
Yeah, and what about, is the rest of the band alive?
Is that
still?
what I
don't
mean?
know.
What's the criteria for this? Is this
The
like
person has to be dead,
right?
That's
and they
it.
have to be in a band.
That's tough because
Yeah.
like most dead musicians that I can think about, I kind of
Are awesome.
respect and like all their bands.
I think
Well, you could also do the opposite.
Well,
Who was the
probably
best case
holographic Elvis would be the worst.
Ooh.
scenario? Oh, that's a
Okay.
okay.
Probably because
I'm
we
all
have
not
so,
here.
Yeah, I'm not here at all. Put your hand right through me.
Someone give me a peanut
I
butter
mean,
banana and
I
bacon
think any
sandwich.
of those are like I think it would be weird to. I don't think I necessarily need to see. This is probably blasphemy, but I don't think I need to see Buddy Holly if he was just doing hologram stuff. Because that music was so. I'm so far removed from that music, and like I appreciate it and like respect it, but that would be like great.
But that-
or
but-
like the Platters or something.
but
It's
rock
like
and
great.
roll-
I don't fucking care about this too often.
No, rock and roll has always been a visual medium, has always been the stage presentation. Buddy Holly was just as important as the Beatles and their hair and everything else, like Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard with the Pompadour. It's always the visual presentation of when you see the band perform is always going to be important. So
Skinnerd, maybe?
Oh.
That you never want to see? Like,
No,
that's
you know
locked
what?
in the vault?
I have seen Leonard Skinner before, and when they played Freebird, they have put the projector down, and they have
a bird?
no, they have him
Gus.
like singing. Yeah,
Randy, what's his name? Van Sant?
something Van
One of the
Sant.
Van Sant.
Randy
have like
Van Sant.
they have.
Randy Van Zant?
Randy.
Oh, that would be so funny if they switch him out for Trailer Park Boys.
Who would notice?
No, but I mean that's like a pre-hologram. It's like they're singing the song, but there's all this visual,
Yeah.
Footage of the original singer singing the song in time with the band, and you're kind of like, whoa, man,
be pretty
this
sweet.
is some heavy shit.
By the time when was the last waltz released?
1980, 79,
Was it that long ago?
yeah.
Really?
I'm saying because you became more aware of it
think it
more
was
recently,
79.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
when it was reissued or whatever.
yeah, probably. Yeah, because so maybe wow, I didn't realize it was that old. I mean, I'm like 15. So.
Yeah, who's dead?
Second fact check of the day. Last Waltz was released November 25th, 1976. Oh, that's even earlier than I thought.
Well, yeah.
It was 80s.
Think about who's remaining now, and if you could use footage from that film, and how much you would pay for it.
Nope.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh yeah, the licensing on that would
Well,
probably
you
be
have-
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, half of that band is dead,
But their estates, though,
but their estates.
Their estates need maintenance and
Exactly.
upkeep.
they're shitty like Offspring's offspring who block up the sidewalks at brunch. They need to pay that check.
There was a Dweezil Zappa's brother was giving him shit for touring as Zappa plays Zappa
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's using the last name and not paying for it. I'm like, it's his fucking last name.
Yeah,
Like, that's some
that's a bit-
bullshit.
that's
So now it's
What's
Dweezil Zappa playing Frank Zappa or something.
That's just a
Something so
mouthful.
stupid. Yeah.
what's the name of the brother who gave him shit?
Probably something fun.
Yeah, it's-
Stardust.
he's
Concrete
probably pissed.
concrete
Coffee cup?
mixer.
Concrete
No,
dust.
actually, he's the only one that didn't get it. His name was just
John
Merrill.
yeah,
Bill Zappa.
Merle.
Eli Zappa.
Oh, you got to think of something better than that. He would have had a good sense of humor. We're all got interlaced fingers here. What the f is going on?
They're not quite
it's like
interlaced.
It's like
man.
a freaking talk show in here.
I'm not doing it. I'm messing around with.
It's
I'm
the
being
view.
fidgety with my
the
my
view.
rings.
I got to spice things up, set something on fire real quick because this is way too casual.
Let's do it. Set stuff on fire.
Enjoy your last year of not having another ring on that finger, Dan.
Ooh, yeah.
You get used to it.
The wedding watch begins.
The wedding
You get used
watch
to it.
begins.
It's like, oh.
but you just did it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of just like setting a backyard on
He just
fire.
did it
I
too.
met this girl, and I was just like, "Hey, I love you. You want to get married?" She's like, "Oh, let's see what happens." We poured some Allegra on the fucking wedding ring. I was like, "Oh, let's see what happens."
let's smoke this.
We'll smoke this ring.
If we don't die, let's get hitched.
If we don't die, I'm definitely taking this preacher on tour with us.
Do you smoke the Allegra?
I do.
I got
do.
nothing.
No, none of us did. Just you. You're the only one that smoked Allegra in here.
I probably smoked more dumb shit too. I don't
You smoked Robitussin. Come on.
No,
I never did the
I
Robo
did
Trip
not
thing.
Robo Trip.
What about Vicks 44? You were a Vicks man.
what?
Was that the
It's
rub?
another.
Or was that
It's
the-
another cough syrup.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Was that the rub?
Was that the
Yeah.
You've
What
never
do you do?
gotten-
Oh man,
You've never gotten a rub. It's like you put it right here and then you smoke.
Ugh.
I'm
Little
kidding.
listener.
I'm kidding.
no,
I'm
no.
kidding.
That
It's
sounds
called
uncomfortable.
It's called a Numb Sanchez. There's nothing.
We'll add that to the
You
lexicon.
know what?
There's nothing dirty
Noth-
about it.
Nothing better than giving yourself a numb Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Oh, the stranger Sanchez.
That's when you do it to someone else. You just cross.
Hey, hit this.
Yeah, you can't give Vicks Vapor Up to kids under a few years old, as I found out. My son is 6 months old, and a little sniffle time.
No good.
Yeah, you can't have it. It
Well, 'cause
basically
he just probably eats it.
no
Yeah, well-
the ingredients like make kids' bronchioles close up. When they make everybody else's bronchioles open up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they make their bronchioles close up.
The human body.
Yeah, it has the opposite effect.
So how did you find that out? Did you
Not
check?
the hard way.
Okay, that's when
That's responsible of you.
Not the hard way.
So you're like, I know this thing. It's definitely going to work. I should just check to make sure it's good for. Oh, good. It's not.
I don't know what happened. I was just feeding him a spoonful of Vicks, and
My mother gave some, and had to find out that it wasn't.
Oh, your mom did it?
No, like Adele knew, I didn't know.
Oh,
yeah, I wouldn't think. I mean, when you think about it, that stuff is actually kind of. It's very like a.
Viscous.
I don't want to say abrasive, but if you've ever used it, it's unpleasant.
oh, I hate. Yeah, I
With like Gilbert Gottfried abrasive?
No. You remember when he was on Are You Afraid of the Dark? You remember when he played like
No.
the clerk
Gilbert
there?
Godfrey was on Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh yeah, he needed some money.
Is that that's a Nickelodeon show?
Yeah,
That was a Nickelodeon show.
I was thinking of real ghost detectives.
Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, he wasn't ghost hunting with Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh my God, there it is!
It's right in front of me. I see it, but I gotta leave.
Wow,
I think the
like
ghost-
how everybody just went into their best Gilbert Godfrey just now.
I think the ghost would be more frightened. Be like, oh
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
It's coming at me.
Well, spoiler alert, I worked with him, and he doesn't speak like that all the time.
Good.
As a
That's
kid, it
good.
made me a little sad. He did like remember USA used to have that up all night, and they would just show like movies, and it would be like USA up all night, and
Yeah,
it's like
USA Network.
interstitial.
Yeah.
They pioneered annoying commercials.
Yeah, did they?
Go on.
They were showing all the problem children, and I was Gilbert Gottfried's problem child.
Nice.
Like throughout all like the segments that would come in, I was just fucking with them, and I was really bummed when he spoke to me like a normal human being.
Do
I
they
was
keep
like,
you in a
"Excuse me,
cage?
Daniel?"
yeah, it's like Gilbert. It's like there's no Santa Claus.
What about George C. Scott?
No, George C. Scott.
Did he always speak the same way when he was in character or when he wasn't?
I mean, yeah, he talked like an old man. He talked like an old man piece of shit who is on his way out. So fuck him.
Wow.
And
Is this Gilbert?
Shot?
no.
Shots
He
fired.
just said something about George C. Scott, who was Patton.
Oh yeah.
Shots fired at
Shatton.
the dead general.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. I'm alive, so I'm winning.
Yep.
I'm winning this battle.
Wow.
But did Patton win an Academy Award?
Probably.
several.
Jeremy,
Probably.
I'd like to use our last fact check.
of
You only get 3 per show.
We have rollover fact
Yeah.
checks though, so we probably have like 80 stacked
Yeah, we
up.
don't always. Yeah, we don't always use them.
They're rollover fact checks. They expire like in 2020.
We tried to go by the NFL rules. It's like you get.
Oh, you like-
get 2,
But
and
if you
got
use
them
one
both,
wrong,
you get
you
one
get a
more.
bonus, you get a bonus
But
You
if
can like you can like beat the shit out of your wife and still get to play the next game.
No.
Those are the
I think
NFL
that's
rules.
NFL rules right there.
Fuck the NFL.
Yeah, seriously.
Brands we hate.
What a
Truth.
what a garbage organization.
Tell me what I'm looking for again, because I've already forgotten. I'm having a rough day. I don't know what's going on.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
No, it's not what I'm searching.
no.
Vapor rub on your balls.
I mean, that used to be the extent of the pranks in the NFL locker room, and nowadays,
Now it's, yeah.
it's like
Now you know what? Didn't that guy just murder 2 people and kill himself in prison?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who we're talking about, but
I forgot what his
That
name
stinks.
is.
New England Patriot.
Yeah.
Former New England Patriot.
oh, that
Aaron
guy,
Hernandez.
yes. Oh,
Guy's nuts.
Well,
Absolutely.
he's not
crazy.
anything anymore.
It's true.
Yeah.
What was I fact checking? Because I've honestly forgotten.
it's good. It's better that you forgot at
Okay,
this
great.
point.
I don't remember either.
I think it was whether Patton won an
Oh
Academy,
yeah, that's
Academy
right.
Award
Thank
or
you
not.
very much, Nick.
I don't know how I remember that.
He's keeping us on
My
track.
brain is like Swiss cheese. And it's just like bloop, bloop.
There are
Holes
what do
in
you
it.
call- No, there are synapses in those holes that make connections. You need that Swiss cheese occasionally,
Oh, okay.
not all the time.
Make a sandwich out of my brain.
Gruyere. Oh yeah, Greenpoint meat. and
Is that what
cheese.
head cheese is? Is that real head cheese?
Greenpoint
cheese,
meat and
ew.
cheese? My enemy sandwich store from around the corner closed and rebranded themselves as Brooklyn Monger.
Where
Driggs and Newell.
Do you live right there?
Yeah,
My wife's parents
right
live
by
on
St.
Newell.
Stanny's.
Oh, okay, right
Are they-
near the church.
Are they Polish?
Yeah, 23 Newell.
Are you're married
26
to a
Newell.
Polish girl?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You married into real estate. I'm joking.
We'll bleep out that address just in case there are any.
Oh yeah, get rid of the
serious
addresses.
fans there.
That's okay.
Her dad would probably murder them or invite them in for a beer.
I like that guy.
He's cool. He's awesome.
They'll probably be drinking in my basement this week as the soccer games happen.
Yeah.
Every afternoon.
Here's the problem, Dan. He did win an Academy Award. George C. Scott.
Ooh, so someone's winning.
4 patents,
So somebody's
but-
winning.
Okay.
He refused it.
What?
He was the first actor to refuse the Academy Award for Best Actor,
He
having
sent-
warned the Academy.
He sent Marlon Brando in his place.
In months in advance that he would do so on philosophical grounds if he won. Scott believed that every dramatic performance was unique and could not be compared to others. This guy sounds like a real fucking asshole.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you watch, I bet you Doctor Strangelove was a very tough set to be on. But
Merc and
that's-
Muffley.
Yeah, I'm saying just an amazing, amazing set, amazing production.
Yeah. This one time I used to work, I was like 18. I used to work at Guitar Center in Union Square.
So 3 years from now. 3 years from now.
God.
It was awful,
Yeah.
but
No stairway.
We used to pass the time by just fucking with each other and customers. And one time, I got the entire staff to believe that the time to make the donuts guy from Dunkin' Donuts. Time to make the donuts.
Yeah, the guy with the mustache, the chubby guy.
This was also back when Wikipedia you could
You got to call names.
you could
And he was
you
a
could-
chubby guy.
You could put whatever you wanted on Wikipedia.
Right.
So I had told the entire staff that he had gotten kidnapped by Somali pirates and was being held hostage. And like, I made up this whole story and they were like, bullshit. And I'm like, check it out. And pulled it up on Wikipedia.
Yes.
And they were all like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Why is no one rescuing him right now?
Like, time to find the donuts and save them.
Float the donuts over there.
Did you find him in the store one day?
No, I wish.
He found him in the
He was
store
downstairs
one
in the
day.
stock room.
He wanted to try a loot.
He was making coffee.
Why is everybody looking at me? I'm not making coffee.
Don't you drink coffee, Jeremy?
Setting
I
things
do,
on
actually.
fire.
Yes. Maybe that's what we need in here.
What, a coffee?
coffee
a little
machine?
espresso machine?
I don't drink coffee.
8 Keurigs.
I'm sorry, pronounce it again.
An espresso machine?
My mother says espresso.
Yeah.
Because you can express
Does your
yourself.
mother say espresso?
No, but
But she's Irish,
There's a
married an
lot of-
Italian guy.
yeah, my mom doesn't. My mom will say shit with an Irish brogue sometimes. I'm like, Mom, you'd never.
Oh, so she says-
you've been
she
to
says,
Ireland for
"Shit."
3 weeks, your whole life.
She says, "Oh shit."
Oh, shit.
Sometimes she says tomatoes. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying tomatoes for, Ma?
Who's tomorrow?
Tomatoes.
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 Oh, when she's making fun of you.
She said stewed tomatoes.
When
I'm
she's
like,
calling
"Eh,
you, she's like, "Oh, we're having
stewed tomatoes.
we're having pomodoro. We're having pomodoro in the pool later."
Like, Mom, what's going on here? That's weird.
Pomodoro in the pool.
Mom, I told you not to use my name in front of my friends.
My mom didn't call me Pomodoro.
His
Just
whole
to let
That
you
would
know,
have been
Nick.
Pomodorable if she did.
His whole family called him Pomodoro when he was
man.
little. Yeah, well, after he got sunburned once in Sicily, it never.
That's accurate.
It never.
But it wasn't my family. It was my friend's family.
It doesn't matter as long as there's a grain of truth to the story. Everything else is believable.
Everything else is believable. The reddest person I've ever seen, I did this thing called 70,000 Tons of Metal. It's a cruise where they have like Anthrax and Metal Church and like just a bunch of metal bands play. You go from Miami to like either Turks and Caicos. That's where we went that year. But like 90% of the people who are on the boat are all like Scandinavian. So they're super white and super pale.
Pale.
And so
They'll get burned.
this one dude literally was like fire engine red when we got to the beach and he didn't care. All he's doing is dehydrating himself and drinking
Just kept
all
drinking.
day. And we get to the beach in Turks and Caicos and it's literally like the whole beach is just people wearing black. First of all, this guy's got like a black Speedo and he's literally like the color of a fire truck.
Wow.
Like I was just like, that can't be healthy. That's like, he's gonna die.
It's like the outdoor version of Acapulco.
Outdoor Acapulco.
That's how they make. That's how they make the chorizo. Because it is that kind of fire red. That's a weird.
Yeah,
red.
It's got to come from the achiote.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah,
looking.
It's unhealthy
Delicious.
looking.
Are you talking about that guy or the chorizo?
both of
A
them?
little bit of both.
There's also a little cannibalism on this tour. On this boat tour.
Well, if there are going to be cannibals on any tour, it'd probably be 70,000 pounds of metal tour.
Dragon Force was really fun on that one.
Wow. If you had Dragon Force, you know them?
If you had Dragon
Fastest
Force.
guitar, bro.
Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the band is like whatever, but they so this thing happens on like a boat deck, like a Carnival cruise ship, essentially.
Right.
So on the main stage, there's a pool and there's like hot tubs everywhere.
Did they run out of porta potties ever?
You just shit over the side.
Okay.
And these guys actually, they all had wireless guitars and keytars and stuff.
Oh, shit.
They would jump off the stage and they would get in the hot tubs with people and they were like shredding
Wow.
in these hot tubs.
Holding the guitar up.
Yeah, just like
Wow.
And I guess their remote packs were higher up on their shoulder.
Yeah, it's on like the strap.
You know, I think of, like phones. The phones get wet. The wallet. Do they have to air out
No,
the
you leave
wallet?
that. No, you leave that in your dressing room.
Oh, before you. That makes sense.
The Auto Blow 2 that they all carry around with them.
Everything was in floating pouches. I actually have a floating shot glass that I just found while cleaning up. That was given to me in Vegas, where you just wear it around your neck and it floats in the pool, and then people just come up and fill it up while you're floating in the
Nice.
pool. Yeah. That might be your That might be your gift.
Does it
today,
also-
'cause we don't have t-shirts?
Does it also double as a flotation device in case you drink too much?
I think so. Or you could puke into it, I guess, too.
Oh, never,
Very little bit.
never forget
At
those
small
pukes.
amounts.
I mean,
Yes.
If you're
Yes.
gonna spew into this.
That's right. That's right. Well, Nick, what kind of plugs you got other than this new album? When's the new album coming out?
June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Yeah. I also do a show which I need to get you guys on,
Yeah.
actually, called 2 Minutes to Late Night. And it's like a heavy metal themed.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically like Headbangers Ball meets Conan O'Brien.
At St. Vitus.
So
Yeah.
redheaded,
I've seen the videos.
redheaded,
We film it there.
Redheaded rockers.
We've had some pretty cool guests. We had John Baisley from Baroness. We just had Ice-T insult us and threaten to kill us a bunch.
Nice.
Marty Friedman did like a little cameo.
Was that for a segment on the show, or that was when you were trying to get him on the show? Ice-T.
It was literally like just like a little bumper he did. He was originally supposed to be on the show, and then he got too busy with like CSI or
And
something like
we
that.
were like, Ice-T, come on the show, and he was like, "Shut up, man! I'm gonna kill you."
I'll have to show you afterwards. It's really funny. He's basically just calling us a bunch of bitch ass, pussy ass. Like, it's really funny.
Yeah, he throws his body count band in there and be like, "I'll show you what real
count's gonna show up and
real heavy metal is."
it's lead coming from the end of my gun.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that's cool. We just finished the second episode. We're gonna film the third in like mid. Okay, I guess we're doing the music segment. So the next one we have Jay Weinberg from Slipknot and his dad Max Weinberg from Conan O'Brien. And
Wait, that's a real thing?
yeah, and so the whole
They're related.
Didn't know that.
the whole idea is to make them swap roles. We're gonna try to get Max Weinberg to put on the Slipknot costume and just start playing with them, and they're gonna be
Wow.
like, "What the fuck?" And then he's gonna be like, "Ha, gotcha!
It's me.
I'm not playing with Bruce Springsteen anymore."
That's great.
Ta-da!
Yeah,
And what's that?
2 minutes to
website
late
and
night.
stuff. YouTube.
yeah. It's 2 minutes to late night. You could find it on YouTube. I think Loudwire is now kind of going to be our proper like. They're
Channel
gonna
to put it out
Yeah,
on?
they're gonna start premiering the episodes first over there.
Is this the only late night metal talk show thing at St. Vitus?
Of its kind.
Because I've watched something on YouTube that maybe it was Are they out?
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
two episodes are
I
out.
think
We also
maybe
have
I've
like
watched those.
we do a bunch of shorts too. Like we played "She's a Lady" by Tom Jones on the subway going over the Williamsburg Bridge. We just tried
I
to
talked
do
about that on this podcast at some point because that was awesome.
Mini
I
drum
love
kit and
that.
everything.
Love that.
We just try to do dumb stuff and have fun, man. We all the guys who run it, Drew Kaufman and Jordan Olds. It's kind of like their brainchild, and they're really funny. They're like Upright Citizens Brigade. I see a thing over there. They all like went and did all that improv stuff, and
Right.
They've worked for. I think Drew helped create that blog, The Hard Times, which is like the punk rock Onion. They come up with like stupid, awesome headlines and write funny stories about it. And it's just like their brainchild, and they approached us to do like be the house band
Right.
and me be the co-host, where I just basically get hammered, and they don't really write me a script. I just do everything off the cuff, and
Keenan
try to-
reaction TBD.
Yeah. Yeah.
like say stupid things to insult people.
Don't take my job.
So it's super fun. Those are the only two things I'm involved in.
Cool. And
Those are not the only two things, because you have a tour. You're going to Boston. You're coming
Yeah,
back home.
coming
you're
home.
sleeping home for 2 nights.
Yep.
4 tacos.
Check
Check out
MutoidMan.com
Mutoid Man. Yeah, buy a shirt.
for
tour dates.
Yeah.
Buy some
Buy
t-shirts.
some merch,
And what,
guys.
what about
merch is
Twitter?
important.
Do you use Twitter or?
I don't personally. I mean, I
Instagram?
have a Twitter. I have an Instagram. The band has all that stuff.
Okay, well follow it. Yeah, follow Mutoid. What
Yeah,
is that?
it's just at Mutoid Man. All of it's just at Mutoid Man.
Yeah.
My Instagram's mostly dick pics, so they only last for like a half an hour, and then
until they get jerked off.
Deleted. They get yanked off.
Okay,
They get yanked off.
Either way.
Screw the system.
Screw it.
For the system. For the listener, Jeremy held up his hand for a high five that nobody.
2 episodes in a row. No high five.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, Nick, that was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks,
That was
brother.
fantastic.
Thank you for coming to our basement studio.
Thanks for coming. I came too.
Bye.
Bye.
The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by Jeremy Balin. The podcast is part of the Feral Audio Podcasting Collective and can be found on their website at feralaudio.com. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the and spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.